हरिः ॐ ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमस्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीद साधनं ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्रियवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। ॐ मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव। हरिः ॐ ॐ नमो श्री शंकर भगवत्पाद जगद्गुरुवे नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते रामानुजायै नमः। अभ्रमं भङ्गरहितम् अजडं विमलं सदानन्दतीर्थम् अतुलं भजे तापत्रयापहं वादिराजगुरून् वन्दे हयग्रीवपदाश्रयान्। वादिराजकेसरिणे नमः। पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनुवे। हरिः ॐ ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे ॐ श्रीवेदव्यासभगवाने नमः। हरिः ॐ। Dear friends, today we will discuss and answer the questions through which the entire philosophy revolves around. In fact, the entire philosophy is running over the subject presently is around God, man, religion. These three are essentially required to have peace in the world. If you want to be peaceful, essentially you require some knowledge or the way of achieving the peace. Peace comes from happiness. Happiness comes from satisfaction. Satisfaction comes from understanding. Understanding comes from knowledge. Knowledge comes from education. And of course, experience. So we need to be educated regarding the basic requirements when we speak of God and religion. There are many questions. It is very easy to question. Anything and everything can be questioned. First question is, who is God? Where does he reside? Is man a creation of God? Or is God a creation of man? What is religion. What is the need of a religion? In fact, these are the questions asked by one of my friends who is in Canada. He has asked to give an explanation basing on the history and science. In other words, it is a sort of scientific exploration of these three. Okay? Let us try to answer these questions. We all know regarding man's creation. Long back ago, there was a very big explosion in the galaxy, and a piece of planet, separate planet was formed named as Earth, and it has come out. This is called the Big Bang Theory. And after the Big Bang Theory, an atom was created. From atom, a molecule. From molecule, a cell or combination of cells. Then from cells to different living beings, different shapes, including mankind, were created. This is what the science says. But from where did the atom come? Still a lot of research is being done to find out a solution for this question. But anyhow, the scientists have named it as God's atom. They may be able to find a solution for also this. Then, so this was the theory and the way in which the existence of mankind has come. And the predominant man, who was not very well educated, very well civilized and cultured rather, for him the survival was of priority. It is said that whenever there was a disaster, natural disaster, epidemics or earthquakes or nature disturbances like thunderous storms, floods, and so on and so forth, he was unable to understand rather what exactly was the reason for these things. And whenever there was such a problem, he used to fear a lot, and he always tried to protect himself. And he came to a conclusion that there was a force which is controlling the nature, and he named it, that super entity, as God Almighty, a goddess, a power, superpower. So, whenever there was such thing, he used to tremble and frighten a lot, and used to think and he started doing prayer rather in some form or the other. He used to think, if this calamity, natural calamity, is stopped, I will survive. So he used to wait, and naturally after a certain time, whenever the problem was solved and the things are under his control, he used to come out. And he made it sure that there was an existence which is directly or indirectly controlling the things. And he named that entity as superpower or Almighty. So, in history, the God was depicted as the result of or creation of man out of fear. The man used to fear if any such thing happens, he may not survive. So, he had his own inhibitions and started slowly developing the ways of pleasing the unknown God. God, now let us come to answer the God. And of course, with man, the race was developed, human race was developed, and some people, they have got migrated to certain places. So groups, castes, and so on and so forth, continents, places, countries, states were created, and slowly it was developed. But this existence of unknown controlling entity of the nature was being continued with him. So, right from the predominant man till today, we also believe that there is an entity which controls all the things, including the nature. Now, let us try and come to the concept of God. God or godliness is mysticism. Till date, no man has physically come across God and tried to explain what are his qualities. Where does he exist? Where is he present? How he controls the universe. Mysticism, that's why the word mysticism is used. God is a mystic. Mystic is one thing which can never completely be explained nor be understood. Because it doesn't have a physical entity. See, it pertains to the thinking, to the imagination, to the intuition of man. So, God is an entity of belief, trust, faith, because it is not possible for us to see God physically. Now, then how to find Him? We all speak. He exists, He exists, He exists. Where does He exist? The entire philosophy is revolving around these subjects of man and God. Then let us try, and we all know religion is the holy path that leads to our ultimate goal or ultimate destination of God. Now let us define scientifically what religion is. A religion can be defined as a metaphysical philosophy of mysticism. An Indian thinker has given this beautiful definition of a religion, whatsoever it is. It may be any religion. We know the purpose is to make us or to take us to the God. Then let us explain and understand what this definition is. The meaning of this definition is, it is stated metaphysical philosophy. We know God doesn't have any specific shape, akara. He doesn't have any nirakara, he is called. He is nirguna. He is above all. Meta means above. Physical form. So because he doesn't have a physical form, he is above the physical form. And philosophy. And we know what philosophy is. It is passion for love or quest for knowledge. Knowledge for love. So understanding, metaphysical philosophy of mysticism. Mysticism, again, it exists which doesn't have any physical form. It exists in views, in knowledge, in experiences, in meditation. Of course, meditation will come later, because let us not include meditation here. In experiences. So we are trying to define that entity which is trying to explain or provide knowledge regarding the understanding of non-existing personality, which is again beyond understanding, and explanation. This is what religion does. That's why Taittiriya Upanishad says clearly, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. It is beyond the explanation of words and beyond the thinking of brain. So their heart and brain, they have come back after understanding that they will not be able to explain who the God is. This is mentioned in Taittiriya Upanishad. Similarly, He doesn't exist means somewhere He should exist. So, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, He is infinite. You say that beyond understanding, He is above understanding, above physical existence. Automatically it means that He exists. So, He is infinite. Our thinking is very limited. Only to certain extent our thinking goes, not beyond that. So, we are accepting the fact that He is mysticism, and the religion is a concept which makes an effort to understand and tries to take us nearer to that entity. Okay? With the development of man, expansion rather, we know the races were formed, kingdoms were formed, continents were formed, kings were formed, and ruling was formed, states were formed, and the man got divided into several states, several places, and several races, several castes, and each and different people belonging to different places have started thinking of this concept of God and started worshipping that unknown entity, unknown, most powerful, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient entity as God in their own different ways. This is the reason why we have so many religions. So, God is an entity which cannot be explained by words or beyond explanation, but an entity that controls, that have a control over the entire world. This is what stated in the Isavasyopanishad. Isavasyopanishad starts with a beautiful sentence. Isavasyamidagam sarvam tat satyam et kincha jagatyam jagat. So the entire world is surrounded by God, surrounded or covered by the super entity who is named as God. We shall continue our discussion in the next topic. Thank you. Thank you very much.